Okay, let's discuss now the basic mathematical techniques and formula manipulation, vector components, problem set. Now, if you need the lecture out of this, you may refer to our uh, Google sheet that is placed in the link below. Okay, so let's discuss now the practice set number one. Vector B is an angle represented by beta, okay, or the beta. Which of these represents the horizontal components of the vector B? Okay, so we need to, if we draw any vector B, okay, and so we have now the horizontal component of this vector B, and so we can simply represent that by cosine function. Okay, so for this one, the answer here is letter B, B cosine beta. Next, number two. A cannon thrusts a fireball with an initial velocity of 100 meters per second in an angle of 30 degrees. What is the horizontal component velocity of the fireball? Okay, so we now need the horizontal component. And once we say, if, for example, this one is the fireball being represented with a vector, and so that one would be 100 meters per second. And so the horizontal component for that would be like this, right? And so we can represent that by cosine of, so the angle is 30 degree, cosine of 30 degree multiplied to uh 100. And what is cosine 30 degree? Cosine 30 degree is root 3 over 2, and then multiplied to 100. And so 102, that would be equal to 50 root 3. And so the horizontal component is 50 root 3 over 2. Now, how about if we are asked with the vertical? If it is a vertical component, say for example, you are asked, what is the vertical component? The vertical component is 100 multiplied to sine 30. And sine 30, it's 0.5 multiplied to 100, and 1/2 of 100 is 50. So this is the vertical component. Okay, next, number three. An ant walks 7 meters north and turns 24 meters east. What is the displacement of the vector of the ant? Now, take note, we are asked for the displacement, not for the uh not for the distance. So from here we have 7 and 24. So you can see here that 7 and 24 is a Pythagorean triple. Okay, and that is the Pythagorean triple for 7, 24, and 25. So without solving here, you can simply, our answer could be 25 here and 25 meters. Now, if you want to have our solution here, so we could have now we have here 7 square plus 24 square. And so what is 7 square? That would be 49. And 24 square is, let me just 24 times 24, that is 576. And 576 plus 49, that is equal to 625, and 625 square root out of it. And you all know that the square root of 625 is 25. Okay, now how about the theta? Now, if you're gonna look here, the ant walks 7 meters north and then turns 24 meters east. So this is 7 and then this is 24. Now remember that our formula would be the arctan of the summation of all the y component over the summation of x component. And then therefore we're gonna have the tangent, which is, what is our y component here? The y component is 7 over 24. Okay, and so our answer here is letter A. That is 25 meters, and then the direction is arctan 7 over 24. Now, how about this number 4? A box again is suspended by two ropes. One has 30-degree other angle, and the other is 60-degree angle. Each rope has a tension of 10 Newton. What is the weight of the box? The weight of the box equal to the vertical components of the rope. what is the weight of the box? Now, if you look here closely, so we have now the vertical component. So we could have this and have this. Okay. And so the vertical component of this is sine 30 degree multiplied to 10 Newton. And then this one is equals to 5 Newton because sine of 30 is 1/2. 1/2 times 10 is 5 Newton. This one can be represented, the vertical component of this. So we have the vertical component. So we have EY that it is represented as BY is equals to 10 Newton multiplied to sine of 60 degree. And what is sine of 60 degree? Sine of 60 degree is root 3 over 2 multiplied to 10 Newton. 10 divided by 2, that would be 5, and then 5 root 3. Since the weight of the box is equal to the two vertical components of the rope, that is 5 Newton plus 5 root 3 Newton. Okay? And so the answer here is letter C. Take note that you cannot add 5 plus 5. You cannot add this one because this one is 5 root 3. The other one is 5. You cannot just say 10 root 3 Newton. No, you cannot do that because you cannot add these two numbers. Okay? Now, how about on number 5? A box is pulled in a constant velocity. The friction of the box is equal to the horizontal component. Now, look at this one. The friction of the box is equal to the horizontal component of the rope being pulled at 80 Newton. Now, so that would be the horizontal component. And so that would be the cosine of 45 degree multiplied to 80 Newton. Okay. And so 80 times cosine of 45 degree. Okay, so what is cosine of 45 degree? Cosine of 45 degree is root 2 over 2 multiplied to 80 Newton. So 80 divided by 2 is 40. So that would be 40 root 2. So the answer for number 5 is letter D, 40 root 2 Newton. And next, the last one is number 6. Force vector is represented by C. It has a horizontal component of Cx and a vertical component of Ci, of Cy. Which of these represents the magnitude and direction of vector C? Of course, this one is the summary of our formula. It is just being replaced by C. And so that would be square root of Cx squared, Cx squared plus Cy squared. And the direction of that would be that arctan of Cy over Cx. Okay, and that's all for the solution of our vectors.